get like a nice grill because I want a rotisserie chickens. How good is a rotisserie chicken? Be honest with me.
You want to do it yourself, though?
Look at me when you talk to me. How good?
The last thing you ever see, bud.
How good would a rotisserie chicken be? Did you hear Taylor Swift is talking with some big writer?
Oh, really?
And she's she's getting a show made. They're making a show about all of her exes.
Stop. Really?
Isn't that like crazy?
What do you mean? A show about all our exes? Like
it's just a show about her exes.
Like they're real people?
Yeah, like all the people she's fucked. Because she's slamming. You know she is. You have to at that age.
What?
Well, you're getting up there. You're getting up there. You got money. You really don't have somebody, so you're going to fuck anything that moves. I mean, come on. We've seen it happen before. We've seen it with all of them. But
who's one other person?
Miley Cyrus.
She just start like doing too many drugs.
Listen, drugs,
being
no
too
drugs.
famous. That's being too famous.
I feel like that. I feel like, you imagine being famous at like 16.
Also that, and then also knowing that the thing you're famous for is kind of like not. It's not like you're famous because you fucking like won a Pulitzer Prize for like you're famous because you fucking like sing some whorish music.
Yeah.
Where and
as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and it's this weird thing where it's like, I guess that Taylor Swift, I don't know.
Because you have a Rockefeller fucking you. That's
Does
what
she?
it is. I don't know.
Oh. Well, I just meant like Cyrus was, I guess, talking more like slutty stuff. But it is weird whenever their fan base is like children.
Yeah. Well, she was Hannah Montana.
Yeah. I guess.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Is that High School Musical? Is that what that is? No.
What?
Hannah Montana?
No.
That's a different thing?
It's just a show on Disney.
Is that what that was? Interesting.
My mom used to go to her friend's house on Wednesday nights, and they had 2 daughters, and she would make me go over to watch my brother, and they would watch Hannah Montana.
Really?
A lot.
A lot, actually.
It's the only time I watched Disney channels when I was over there, except for Recess, because Recess is a quality show.
I haven't seen that one in a long time. What's that? Oh, you just rewatched that, you said. Or did you watch the movie?
The movie.
How was that?
Good.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I think you should watch it on, like, acid or shrooms.
A little fucked up?
Because it's like, it's got the Ed and Eddie thing, where it's like all the archetypes. It's like, oh, I forgot about that kid.
Oh, that's right, because they're at the school. So it's like every kid has like their own little fucking...
Everyone is represented on that show.
That's the weird kid who does this. That's this.
That's right. They would have a kid. And like every school has that kid. So you're like, oh yeah.
No, it is fun to watch that shit fucked up because you start overanalyzing people and you're like, oh wow, yeah, that was a kid. That was this kid in school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that was this kid in school.
And then you're looking at the teachers, and you're like, oh, but they were kids once.
Yeah.
I was young.
It's weird to think about, like, damn, if you were just like, because that person who wrote that shit probably was thinking about that in school, was in school and being like, oh, you're this type of kid. Oh, you're this type of kid. Oh, you're this type of kid. And you're just fucking building all these little characters going through life, and you're like, all right, well, I figured it out.
I thought it was so cool to find out that the Danny Antonucci, the Ed and Eddie guy, he's Rolf in The Neighborhood. I always thought that was so interesting.
Really? He's just the foreign dude?
Him and his cousins and brothers were the foreigners. So, like, everyone always looked at them like they had like weird food and like weird holidays and shit like that.
Oh, no shit. Where's he from?
I don't know. With a name like Antonucci, it's Italian, but
Let's see. What's his name?
Danny Antonucci.
Antonucci.
That's Nico's last name, so I always remembered it.
That's Nico's last name? No shit.
Niccolo Giuseppe Michele Antonucci.
Shut the fuck up. Really?
Real wop name for a Mick like him.
I was going to say. Let's see. Where's this dude from? Where do you think he's from?
I don't know.
He's from Toronto.
Oh, really? You got a picture of him? Maybe ethnically he's like foreign to where like the area he lived in or something.
No, he looks like fucking Vanilla Ice.
Really? Maybe he was like specifically like.
Yo, I was expecting like some foreign looking motherfucker.
Well, Danny Antonucci doesn't sound super foreign. It sounds Italian. I don't know, like American Italian. But yeah, he said he identified with Rolf
Damn. All right.
as the person that like showed up eating weird food and stuff.
Nationality. I like how you just look up people's nationality. Oh, his parents are Italian immigrants. They immigrated to Canada. What an odd way to go from Italy to Canada.
Arturo Gaudi.
Who's that?
Remember the fights with Mickey Ward?
No. Mickey Ward. Heard of that guy.
I feel like your dad's shown you the first fight of Mickey Ward versus Arturo Gaudi. It's considered like the best.
I never really watched boxing with my dad.
It's like the best entertaining fight. Not
Really?
like a skill. It's like a movie. It's crazy. Mickey Ward's the guy from The Fighter who Mark Wahlberg played.
Okay.
And Arturo Gaudi is an Italian guy from Canada. Joseph Valtellini, another Italian-Canadian kickboxer. I've shown you his fights where him and Nicky Holtz can go to war. He's fucking laying it on him, and then Nicky Holtzkin just weathers the storm, and then he comes back, and he pretty much made it so that guy can't fight anymore. He fucking concussed that dude so badly, he, like, never really...
What, he just kicked him so much? Or just
I
beat
think
the
it was
fuck out of
left hooks. I think he just...
Jesus.
Nicky Holtzkin has a crazy left hook, and he caught him with it a couple times, and Valtellini said, like, for months and months he had to be, like, in a dark room because light just fucked his head up.
Really?
And there's a guy fighting in a couple weeks. He's main eventing, which means 5 rounds instead of 3. It's Vicente Luque, who I like a lot.
Luque!
I thought he was going to be better than he
You're
ended up
gay.
being. Nice. Vicente, you're gay. But he fought Jeff Neal last time out.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff Neal looked the best he's ever looked in his life. And Jeff Neal beat the fuck out of Vicente Luque. I like both of them, but I like Luque more. I was pulling for him. I mean, he took one of the worst beatings I've ever seen just because of how hard Neal hits.
Really?
Neal hits like where like you can hear it, you can feel it, like where you're like just like you can tell like he's just a hard dude.
What did he look like at the end? Was his face all fucked up? That shit's crazy.
He was definitely fucked up, but I mean, it wasn't even so much his face. Face skull a lot of times happens from ground and pound because like you're actually hitting their face. But this was like temple, jaw, like vital spots. So
Oh, like swollen?
he was just fucking clanged up, and they now that you know they're starting to do press for this fight, he hasn't fought in like a year, and now all of a sudden they're saying that the reason he was out for so long is because he had a fucking brain bleed.
Like his brain was just bleeding?
He had
Like
a brain bleed, yeah.
The fuck is that?
When you get hit so hard, so usually when you
What are
get
the
knocked
symptoms
out,
of that? Is that CTE? Is that what that is? When your brain's bleeding?
I mean, I'm sure
What the fuck is CTE? We're like
CTE is just like
concussion so many times you get all fucked up.
yeah, but even like minor ones like adding up over time and stuff.
I see.
Brain bleeding, I think, is like one acute injury that happens.
But a significant one.
Yes.
Like,
But,
a
like-
car accident or something.
And he was I guess someone was explaining like the severity of his brain bleed. There's like a 1 to 7% chance that it would reoccur again. And the guy was like, but that's in like people that don't fight for a living. He's like, that's in like it could just happen to you again. It's not like
Yeah.
go back and get hit in the head. So it was just shitty that like no one heard about this up until now, and now it's like he's already got his fight booked, and it's a fucking 5-rounder no less. Admittedly, against not a dude that's like
Oh, so
a
this
threat
dude,
to beat his head in. He's a submission guy, but still, you're in a
this-
fucking fight.
yeah, but still, I think if you get the circulation cut off to your head, I'm sure pressure builds up. Could fucking burst something.
I don't know if that's
So this dude's fighting for 5 rounds,
yeah, he's fighting against like a future Hall of Famer,
but he should be like,
fighting against a former lightweight.
but he should
champion.
probably retire.
Well, when you don't know how to do anything else, You got a family to feed. I don't know if you should retire. I mean, for his health, he should retire. Yeah,
That's fucking
sure.
That's fucking crazy. You gotta fucking die. It's fucked up.
When you're from a Brazilian favela and you made it to a beautiful Florida beach with your family.
Ah, yes. I'm gonna get a job at Granger. I'm just gonna that's when you just settle back, you get a job at Enterprise Rent a Car. And that's all it is. You
That's
sit
when
down,
you just
settle down, you say, honey, you gotta get a job. I'm sorry. We're gonna put the kids, your mom's gonna come over, your mom's gonna watch the kids, we're gonna ship her in from the favela. We're gonna bring her over, set it up.
she'll be dead in 5 years eating this American food.
It'll be fine. This American food's gonna fucking kill
Turn
her.
into a corpse.
You want to talk about American food? You want to hear some shit I fucking learned? Hold on, let me find my personal topics that I write down because I prep a lot for this.
Your personal topic.
I got personal topics. I have a personal note sheet for the pod. You want to hear about McDonald's fries? We love McDonald's fries. I fucking love them.
Sure.
I love that. They're all made from one specific potato. Okay, they're called the rustic.
Like a giant potato that keeps growing.
That'd be crazy.
Like you cut a piece off,
They-
but you make sure not to cut
They
too
shave-
much off.
It's
like
my
peyote.
It's like mycelium.
Yeah.
Yeah, or peyote. Yeah, you shave a little bit off, just enough for the fries for like Seattle.
the master potato.
Yeah, the master seed. No. So
Master mold is what they call the Sentinel like that. Remember the Sentinels from X-Men?
Yeah,
There's a big one, and he makes little ones.
really. Days of Future Past had the Sentinels.
Yes.
That was a good movie.
It was entertaining.
I liked it.
Some weirdness to it, but
Yeah,
they can't help themselves but to make an X-Men movie weird. They almost kill it so many times, then they're just like, but what if it was like time travel?
Then we're gonna move them
And then that one was the one that was supposed to fix the time travel, because that one's supposed to have time travel. That's the time travel stories. You're like, all right, cool. Everything goes back to good, new beginning, fresh.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, apocalypse, and fuck shit up.
fucking it
again.
all up. Shit, player.
Apocalypse.
That's it. But no, any McDonald's you go to in the world, all their fries are made from the same potato. It's the rustic Burbank potato, right?
Burbank.
It's crazy, right? It's an elongated potato. And I guess they're really hard to grow, and they're susceptible to these fucking brown spots and all this shit. Well, McDonald's, their quality control is so high, they're like, we don't want the brown spot potatoes. We want the clean ones, the ones without the spots, everything that looks good. And we want the long potato. We use this specific potato because when we put the fries in the box, they're overflowing because the fries are fucking this long.
Mm-hmm.
So they all have to use this one specific potato. It's hard to grow. It's susceptible to these brown spots. McDonald's, because they're the biggest purchaser for all these people, because they're like the biggest corporation. So all these farms are like, well, fuck, we got to sell to McDonald's. They have to treat them with this pesticide called Monitor. Once they spray the pesticide, the farmers won't go in the field for 5 days because it's so toxic, right? Once they harvest the potatoes, they have to put all the potatoes in like a hanger type deal. It's like a hanger or a silo or like a fucking barn. They let them all sit, and they're not edible for 6 weeks because they're toxic. They got all like the chemicals and all the fumes have to off gas. So they sit in this fucking warehouse for 6 weeks.
God damn.
Yeah, because all these chemicals have to fucking get off this product. And that's just so they don't have the brown spots or like the brown lines through the potato. Isn't that fucked up? The fries are so goddamn good too.
They are, but it's almost like it makes sense that that's why they're that good, though, is that, like, obviously there's good things found in nature, too, but not everything can be, like, supercharged like that. Like, a McDonald's fry isn't even fair. I mean, it's just like...
McDonald's Coke isn't fair. Everything. The McChicken shouldn't taste as good as it fucking does.
The cheese is good. Bro,
It's weird.
I don't want an
I just-
egg patty. I'm used to New York, a fucking, like, actual bacon, egg, and cheese. I don't want some bullshit egg patty. McDonald's egg patty's good. I like it. It gets runny.
Which is scary.
It's fucking disgusting. I hate it about myself.
No, it is. It's gross. But yeah, isn't that fucked up? But then it makes you wonder, like, I heard another thing, which I'm gonna make a PowerPoint about this. I want to go into the food.
We got lots of things to my PowerPoints.
Yeah, we have a lot of them. We just don't fucking do them. We're lazy.
We're busy.
We're lazy. We're lazy people. We'll get around
So
to
we
it.
should be doing at work.
That is what she would. The second we figure that out, to where we could prep for this at work, game over.
They ain't ready for it.
They ain't ready for that. These hands.
Been on idle.
His hands been on. He wants to come on bad. He just asked me the other day. I told him we got cameras coming. We got cameras coming. Nice ones. They're not. Oh, they're all right. We'll see if they work. I might return them. But no, I was talking about the food, and if McDonald's is one of the biggest corporations in the fucking world, right? If they're the one buying all these potatoes, they basically control the potato industry, right? So they were talking about like the meat packing industry, and they were talking about McDonald's again, or like all these different fast food chains and all this other stuff, how they're the biggest purchaser of meat, like of beef and all this stuff. So
They're the big fish.
Yeah, all the meat packing industry, like all the meat farms and all this other stuff, it used to be divided between like 8 companies back then. Apparently it's down to like 3, right? Like Tyson and all these other ones. So regardless of if you eat McDonald's or not, you're eating meat produced from the standards of McDonald's. So that meat has to have a certain pesticide or whatever, like they're fucking giving the cows or whatever things are doing to the cows. I guess chickens used to grow. It was a normal sized chicken at like 6 weeks or something. Like it was a normal chicken. Now the chickens are growing twice as fast or some shit. They're like fucking blowing up. Americans like white meat better than brown meat, so all the chickens now have inflated breasts like fucking this big. Every chicken looks like the fucking chick from Modern Family with the big fake titties. Every single chicken looks like that now. It's just this big ass fat chicken. It's fully grown in like 6 weeks or some shit. Because they're pumping them full of all this shit, and that's because McDonald's or all these big corporations like Tyson or whoever, they got
to make that way because they're selling McDonald's.
Exactly.
So it's not like they're going to do fucking 99% of the cows. And then
regardless of what chicken you get, grass-fed, not grass-fed, this company, that company, it's all under the same fucking 2, 3, 4 companies that are all doing the exact same thing because they got to meet their nut.
That's why I'm about to start whatever. Ordering my meat. You want to get in on that with me?
What?
There's a dude that gets from the farms of like Illinois, Iowa.
Who?
This dude, I've gotten shit from him before. He's based out of like Naperville, but now his shit's grown and he's got like a good ass website. It's not goofy like it was before. And I think I just missed the opportunity to get in on like the membership, which would have been smarter to do. And now it's going to move to like a subscription thing. But yeah, and that way you just get like a person like has meat and shit.
Wait, so someone just comes to your door with like a
now he delivers it fully. Yeah.
Oh shit. What do you get? You just get like, deliver me three chickens this week, and
yeah, you could get full chickens. You could get it already like pre-cut into certain ways.
Interesting.
They got like all.
Because I was really thinking about getting a. You ever see those? It's like a Ninja fucking air fryer type oven type deal. It sits on your counter. It does like 18 different fucking things or whatever. Either that or I want to get like a nice grill because I want a rotisserie chickens. How good is a rotisserie chicken? Be honest with me.
You want to do it yourself, though?
Look at me when you talk to me. How good?
The last thing you ever see, bud.
How good would a rotisserie chicken be? I love a rotisserie chicken from Costco. You ever get those?
Yes.
You fucking rip them apart.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, it's just the site?
Yes. And then that way, we just pay for one subscription, and then we just split up the meat.
That ain't a bad idea. We'll
buy in bulk.
Might hop in on that. Nothing now, obviously.
Once you get situated.
Once we're settled in, we're figuring things out. Yeah. Because we're growing veg. You're going to grow. Got fruit.
Growing weed, mushrooms, food.
Whatever you need. Give a fuck.
You know what I was going to say with the... 2 things I thought of.
2 chains.
2 chains. You talking about, like, genetic modifications with the chickens and stuff. I saw a video of, like... It's, like, through a microscope, this video.
Yeah.
And it's a little fucking... robot, I guess. It's like microscopic. I don't know how. I fucking felt so goddamn stupid watching this shit because it felt like science fiction.
It was a robot?
It said it was a little fucking thing that they were able to control, and it's like buzzing around, and it's going through like cum, and it picks out a sperm, grabs it by its tail. I don't know if it grabbed it or if it's like it's vibrating behind it and steered. You know what I mean? But it fucking plucks.
This is on Pornhub.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, X videos, but yeah.
You're an X videos guy?
I prefer it.
Interesting.
Pornhub gets, I don't know. I don't like its homepage. X videos always throws some crazy shit in the mix where I'm like, what the hell?
This is, hey, okay.
But it's not gross. Like some websites get gross. I don't like that.
Okay.
X videos is just like it's mixed up on that homepage. Pornhub's always the same shit. If I'm searching something, I'll try either.
Yeah. Like specific, you're really trying to narrow it down.
Yeah.
Like if you wake up and you're like, damn, I need a black chick with a who's skinny but also has a fat ass.
It's more
who's
scenario.
with an Asian guy.
I don't have a lot of luck finding specific looking.
I need this specific looking people.
Yeah. Scenario.
This is where AI is really going to come in handy.
This is my fucking point the other day. I said this to you.
This is why the actors are on strike.
Exactly. That's not that. This is what they won't tell you.
This is what they won't tell you. You'll get that a lot here. No one's talking about what we're talking about.
News straight from the tap. No, they already got like the deep fake porn where they can put someone's face onto someone else's fucking body. So what if with the AI you're able to then just like make your own porn?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't. There's a site. We talked about this the one day, and I looked it up just to see if it was real. Just to see if it was real. You can upload.
See, I can't look things up sometimes because then I'll know, and I don't. I'll just. Yeah. Sometimes I just decide in my head it doesn't.
I just figure everything exists, so I just look it up and see if it's real. I looked it up. There's a site. I think you have to pay for it though.
I bet.
There's a site where you can upload a picture of anyone, and it will AI the nude. Just remove the
Which is rude, I'd say.
It's fucking crazy,
I'd
dude.
say that's rude at best.
It's fucking crazy. I didn't use it. Obviously, you have to pay for it, but
and
I saw it and I was like, God, can you imagine?
You'd wonder what that would cost.
Can you?
Some people would probably ask.
No, it is crazy. But
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go figure this out. But no,
I want a picture of it.
Imagine what. Well, no, it's social media. People just post pictures of themselves.
Oh yeah, in my head I was scanning a Polaroid. I was rummaging through a shoebox to upload.
You're uploading black and white photos.
Come on,
come on, please.
Hot damn!
Fuck it, put on a full bush.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Classic, vintage.
That's fun. If it's new, it was a vintage photo. No, that's fucked up. No, but there's. Imagine the pandemonium that site has caused. Because people just, you imagine
there's been like revenge porn forever. So like the fact that now that's on top of that.
That has been a thing for a while.
Oh yeah, for a while. So like.
Revenge. This is a video. It's a video of my ex.
Yeah, so now you can just do that without even having.
But I feel like all those are just lying though, right?
Most easily, yeah.
Easily, right? Like
it's
none
so
of
hard to believe, dude. All I do is type in amateur reel in front of anything. I type into porn. I type in amateur reel, and you know what turns up? Bunch of fucking bunch of people trying to fucking make it big, and then the second good one you did.
We're good at this. It's because we're good at podcasting. No, so you put amateur reel in front of anything?
Anything.
Why? Just because you want it to be?
Because I don't want the fucking loud.
You don't want a. You don't want a production. You don't want a production.
I don't like a production.
You don't like good quality either. You're not looking for like. You're not looking for like super HD, perfect camera angles.
I mean, it'd be sick if amateur porn was like that. I don't dislike regular porn for those reasons.
So you want amateur porn with a videographer?
That'd be sick. It does
that
not.
That was that Mark Norman bit.
Oh really?
Like,
I don't remember.
Where he was talking. His wife was like, "Well," or he's like, "I want to have a threesome, and you're gonna post it because I want everyone to know."
Post that we're getting married, and he said, "Why do I have to post it?" She goes, "I want everyone to know." You post that we had a three-way.
Yeah, you post that we had a three-way.
I want everyone to know.
I want everyone to know. We get the videographer. We'll get this. We'll get that. That's funny. Now his thing was good. I like Mark Norman.
It's one of the best in the biz.
Christian she really likes Protect Our Parks.
Really?
She loves that part. Yeah, she loves it.
That's good shit.
I put that on every now and then. I didn't listen to the most recent one. Actually, the most recent two.
What were we talking about?
I don't fucking know. What are we ever talking about? What are we doing?
Well,
you
the other
want to hear some shit?
I was going to... The one thing, though, with the little robot.
Yeah, the cum bot.
Yeah, drag the sperm over and put it in the egg.
It just helped it? Now, what was the advantage of hand picking that particular one? Because you can...
Maybe... I don't know at all, but maybe that's certain types of infertility is that you can still come, but like your swimmers aren't good. It's like they work, but they're not good at swimming. Maybe that's how I don't know. Maybe the girl's egg. I don't know how shit works, bro.
Interesting. So something doesn't work.
Something doesn't work.
Well, one can come and the other could receive it.
And then he's got a little fucking robot and goes and plucks and just like fizzes through
like
the
guides
water.
it.
It just like vibrates through the water. And
The claw.
Hey, Gipper.
Hey. That's wild. I was reading one thing. You could basically, it's getting genetic engineering is basically getting to the point now, or like genetic modification, where you can, if you have a shitload of money, you could like custom build your baby.
Like a video game character.
It's fucking crazy. Isn't that wild? It's like, yes, I want him to have blue eyes.
Do any of those kids that have been born like that, how old is the earliest generation of that?
I don't know.
Because I wonder if they fall apart at some point.
It'd be crazy.
It's like
imagine if
nicotine
Hitler
and
knew
stuff.
about
like
that.
They don't. Well, that's where my head was going. I was going to let you finish talking before I just started yelling Hitler things. Hitler would have loved.
I would love that. No, but go ahead.
What?
No, you're saying I like how they would fall apart.
Oh, like nicotine and stuff.
Like genetically.
Or not nicotine, but just vapes.
I'd love vapes.
They don't have like any long-term studies.
Yeah, no.
So it's the same thing as
Take a risk.
genetic modification, where it's like, it sounds good now, but like they don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what the center of the earth looks like. We've only drilled a couple miles
Well,
down.
that's the thing. It could be hollow. Probably is.
It makes more sense that it's hollow.
I'm leaning more towards hollow as opposed to flat.
No one's saying the entire thing's hollow. Both things can be right.
Yeah, both things can be right. There could be...
We're saying the big middle part, the mantle or whatever, has hollow parts in it. And then you can still have your core and shit in the middle, and that's where lava comes from or whatever the fuck.
Easy. There could be easily... That could easily be it.
I'm sorry I don't know how cum works. I'm too busy learning about fucking geology.
Yeah.
Which is a word I know.
Yeah. And geography.
Which we've mastered.
Yes.
Would you ever think,
fucking
Mark,
losers.
would you ever think that you just know
I get every-
197 countries?
I get every country right. Don't even matter. Got every country right. I know where every country is. Tell me where. Bring up a country. Put a country in the comments. I'll fucking tell you where it is.
You've never even heard of countries that would even present a challenge.
No,
to us.
you would hear countries that sound like islands, and I'll tell you one thing: they're
Not
in
an
Africa.
island.
They're in Africa.
Not an island.
You don't realize how many countries are in Africa.
Or how many islands there are that are countries.
My homies in Malai.
Stand up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want to hear some shit? Some crazy shit? This guy at my dad's work. My dad works at a shipping company. He ships things. A lot of things.
Like boats.
Some would say the biggest shipping company. One of them. Like tools and like hardware shit.
Like ocean liners.
Yes, like we have a lot of money. That's why we put a lot of money into this pod. That's where I get it from my dad, because my dad worked hard. That's why I work hard.
Yes.
That's why I stay hard.
Yes, I had a helping hand from my father.
Yes, obviously. But no, this guy at my dad's work bought Coke from this one chick, right?
Buying Coke from a girl.
Interesting, right? So this
dynamic.
So this dude at my dad's work, he bought Coke from this one chick. I don't know if he got coked up on lunch, came back all a little loose. Fucking accidentally boxed up the Coke, sent it out. Made an order, boom, Coke fell out, whatever happened, threw it in a box, sent it out, right?
What a bad cokehead.
Right?
Aren't
Aren't
cokeheads
you
supposed to
supposed to be
protect the rock at all costs?
Or like paranoid or some shit that like someone's gonna steal your rock.
Yeah.
Protect the rock at all costs.
It's like basketball.
It's like basketball.
You're like a fullback. Like, you fucking keep that thing right here.
Get that rock on you. Jesus Christ.
Stay hard out there.
Jesus. No, ain't that fucking crazy? And then another thing, this guy apparently used to be fucking like big.
You have to sign off on packages. Like, does it get traced back to him?
I don't know. He didn't hear anything. He was fine. This was a few weeks ago. So someone just must have received that package and was like, huh.
My lucky day.
Silica pack. No, you would just throw that out. You imagine? You wouldn't just fucking snort that shit. You don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, if someone was willing to send it.
Yeah. It'd be ricin'. Or the CIA would find it in the White House and just dismiss it. I'm gonna get a little of that. Anyways, and then the same guy, he was 300 pounds. In a year, he lost 150 pounds. Right? My dad was like, How'd you lose all that weight? And he goes, I cut out soda. Cut out soda, huh?
Coca-Cola?
Coke. Let me guess, you cut out Coca-Cola?
You keep that one in the mix?
No, my dad was like, really? He was like, well, I do a lot of Coke. Oh, okay. There it is. Lead with that.
That's it. That's the one.
It's not the soda, bud. It's fucking crazy.
The soda's why your cholesterol's down. You're not disgusting to look at anymore because
of the Coke.
The Coke.
And the confidence that Coke gave you.
Yes. See, it's like you had the Coke confidence, started fucking, then you realized how fat you were, disgusting to fuck, got in shape.
Got in shape, then back to fucking, and then you stopped doing Coke, and now you're not fucking anymore.
It's like doing a cycle of steroids. Just to
I would do a
things.
cycle of steroids.
Let me get Coke just to get off the ground. Give me my confidence.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's like liquid courage when you have a drink.
That's what Adderall was. It was perfect. It was like I got stuff to do. I'm gonna be up all day. I need a little confidence. I'm gonna feel good about myself.
See, I do that with weed where I'm like, I'm feeling good today, and then I'd go to the vape store, and that lady would be like, "How we doing today?" I'd be like,
terrible. I hate myself.
Now you mention it, things are not well.
Things are terrible, actually. I hate.
I'm caught between hating how things are and then knowing that things are fine and then feeling guilty that I would ever feel bad about things. Knowing people have it so much worse.
No, that's fucked up.
That's pretty fucked in the head.
I'm pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up guy. No, it is.
I can't wait till we get to that point of technology.
Where we don't even have to do a pod. We could just AI
Well,
do a pod.
universal basic income. No, where you can like scan.
sick.
The same way I always say, I wish you could like either body swap or like if there was some type of sensor that could indicate it. I don't know if it could, but if it could like put a number or like a percent how bad something hurts. Just because some people will walk, like a Nikki would walk around and be like, yeah, I think I tore my rotator cuff in my sleep. And you're like, I wonder how bad your shoulder hurts that makes you think you tore it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always interested in like how people, like,
I know what you mean.
Everything's perception. You know what I'm saying?
I have
like,
that about like.
you create the world you live in just based on like how you perceive. So if I don't know, everyone rates things differently.
No, I have that thought a lot, especially about like especially like mentally, where it's like, I wonder what you're like we're both here right now. Like I have this thought at work where I'm like,
that was the next thing, the mental side.
Like I would love to just jump into your head and be like, what are you like carrying around all day? Like what does it actually feel like to be, I don't know. Like some people are anxious, some people are this, some people are that, and it's like
people who claim all this anxiety, and it's like, I'd love to get in your head and be like, do you just like tell yourself you have all this anxiety, or do I get in there and it's like, whoa, fucking
got room to move?
Yeah.
Well, no, I heard one thing, and it was like people who are in their head a lot. Like if you sit around and you got nothing, like if you're not researching anything, you're not trying to learn something new, or you're not trying to do something, you're not trying to like consistently like
Better yourself,
or like build towards something, or like trying to build something, or trying to learn like a new thing. People who don't do any of that shit and just truly have nothing going on, or like nothing to fill their head up, that's when you start getting in your own head and you start getting all fucked up about like, oh, I could have been better at this. I could have did this. I could have did that. You start living in the past. You start doing that shit. It's like, well, no, if you were just like researching something, you'd just be thinking about that all day. Or you would just be like if you research 2-3 things and then you're like, oh, I want to learn a new skill. I got to do this later. I got to do this. It's
I
like,
don't think both things could be true though.
both things can be true if you're living in the future too much. If you're like,
No, I mean like I could research something all day and feel good about it, but then I can still be like, yeah, fucked that up. Like think of something I should have done differently in the past.
yeah, I guess maybe.
I'm doing the best I can by like doing the right thing now, but
Yeah.
like it still doesn't change. Like, did fuck up.
Yeah. But I guess I don't know if you just keep building towards. I don't know.
I guess it'd be different if the fuck up was in towards building something. If the fuck up was just like a separate thing, it's like
Or if it was like, damn, I should have did that.
that was a steaming pile of shit, huh?
I should have looked at. Oh, I did write that thing. That is terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I guess a lot of it is just like confidence building, and like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Confidence.
A lot of that
building.
psychology shit's super interesting, but it's like I would never want to sit through or like do any of the shit, like you said, where it was like, I don't want to do a workshop.
I
But,
can't
like,
do fucking social experiments where I'm standing outside a lecture hall being like, "Do you guys want
You want to fill out a survey
to?"
for
fucking scrape my face with a brick wall.
yeah. For my psychology class, I have a survey. It's just a psychological exam. It's like, oh, really, fucko? How smart do you think you are?
Because you know what would be annoying about that is like I'd have to ask people, and then even when someone was nice enough to say yes to me, I'd still be annoyed. Like,
It's like, fuck.
yeah,
I gotta do this fucking thing.
there'd be no winning. Like to say no, I'd be like, no one's gonna say yes. The second someone says yes, I'm like, this guy's a fag. Great. This bitch is stupid. Like, why would you ever stop for this? Why would you ever stop for this?
You're fucking. You literally have nothing going on now.
Christ almighty. You saw me and thought, yeah, like,
I'm gonna hang out with you.
Christ.
Fucking loser.
You have mental problems? Do you go here?
That's what it's like to be anxious. That's called self-hate.
I looked up one day to try to figure out, because people always throw terms around. I was trying to figure out what the difference between everything is, because there's like self-confidence, there's self-belief, there's self-worth, there's self-esteem. It's 4 different things.
Lot of selves. And where does it all end up?
Selfishness,
And where does it all end up with? You.
the broken thing. Yes,
I
exactly.
think that's fucked up.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's selfish to be this directedly inward. Bless you.
Thank you. Christ.
But then it's like the airplane thing.
Thank you, Brahma.
Hey, Krishna.
Krishna, thank you. Gesundheit. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
no, it
That's
is crazy
what
what?
they mean.
It's crazy what? Being this confident, being this what? There's a lot of selves. We're getting into somewhere. A lot of self-worth, self this. You're trying to figure out the difference between all of them because there's too many of them.
Yes. It's 4 different things. Self-confidence.
We start putting labels on shit.
Oh,
If you
I was
start-
going to say the airplane thing. Like how you got to take care of yourself before you're going to be able to take care of anyone else.
We got to respect yourself to get respect.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
So it's like, on the one hand, I feel like sometimes it's selfish to be like constantly thinking of like, because I know some people are probably fucked in the head and then they just go and like volunteer and then it makes them feel better. And it's like, but that's not fixing the problem. That was what Christian told me I was fucked up for one time because I was explaining why I broke up with that girl. I was like, yeah, it was like a couple different things. And I said something like, and part of it's, it's like what? Like, she wants to get married in 2 years and I'm still a fucking piece of shit. And like, I know this. She doesn't, you know. So like,
She doesn't. I'm not.
she just know, like, but in 2 years, she finds out that I'm a piece of shit because she
then
can't put 2 and 2 together now.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
I was like, yeah, no, like, what was the point? Like, I did it in my head.
Yeah.
That was what was going to happen. I said, well, why go through the motions?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy.
It'd just be a fucking waste of time is what it would be.
Which I go back and forth on.
No, I have that
'cause
thought.
I was like, it would have been a waste of her time. But then it's like,
I used to tell
her decision.
I used to tell my buddies out with my ex when like they'd be like, dude, what the fuck are you? I'm like, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It's like this is fuck. It's crazy to be in a relationship knowing it's not going anywhere and knowing that you're like, well, fuck. What the fuck are we doing then? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
No one has the balls to pull the plug.
But it'd be different if you were both under that. Like, you both had that knowledge that, like, it is what it is for now. We're having a good time.
Yeah, like,
if
it's
that's
fun.
what it was with that girl. But the whole time, like, I was like that. And she felt like she was like, and this is a magical time.
Yeah.
And it's like,
We're in Disney World.
yeah. And I'm like,
Post about me.
like, I feel like guilty for
Yeah.
going along with that because I know that's not where I'm
Listen,
at.
hon, I'm trying to eat your ass, and I'm trying to like.
I'm saying sit on my face. You're trying to 69. It's not the same thing.
Not the same thing. I need
Okay.
you to do, hon. I need you to spin around and put that fat ass right here. That's how that works.
She would always do that. She's trying to 69. I'm like, just chill for 2 seconds. Just sit.
Sit.
She's like
Stay. That's right.
I like. It was like you can't talk about it like in the moment, but after the fact, I was like, do you get what I mean though? I was like just my dumb ass after the fact. Like, because like when you go to 69, you're not really sitting. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, you're really just leaning.
This is me being a fucking dickhead.
Well, what would she say?
She's like, yeah, no, I get, in the moment, if I like joked at it, she would just like do something with my dick, and I'd be like, fair point. Like, it's a good argument.
That's funny. That's funny as fuck.
But then, yeah, just after the fact, like,
But also imagine
good
being
times.
also imagine being in like a girl's place where it's like, sit on my face. It's like, fuck, sit on your.
Well,
What are
that's
you gonna sit on that? That's crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Whenever she would do something with my dick back, it's like, oh yeah, I guess like I wouldn't. If you told me to do something where your ass was right there, like I would do something to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that was all she was doing, was just like, oh, I guess I'll suck this dick, and it's like,
yeah.
you don't realize though that now you've taken a, like, that's what I was trying to say. I'm like, do you get how your ass is in my face still?
Pulls
It's
out
not sitting on me though.
Pulls out a whiteboard. Here's what you're doing.
I need you to run an out round.
This is what XO
Button hook.
over here. I need your asshole to be right here,
Square.
squared up.
Perpendicular.
It's fine. That's crazy. That's funny. That's just good fun.
That's fun the whole family can enjoy.
That's the American dream right there, man.
That's a white picket fence.
That's it.
That's what our troops
They pay a lot of money for that. They pay a lot of money for that.
people travel all over the
A
world
lot of money for that ass.
and do that in the freedom
That's
of this
crazy.
great country. Troops die every day protecting our right.
It's fucked up. I'll tell you what. You know what I learned? Completely different topic. Back on geography.
Oh.
After learning geography and after I heard this thing where you could fit the entirety of Europe inside of Texas.
That can't be true. Look that up. Show me a
Anyways.
picture of it that will prove nothing, but I'll believe it after I see it.
Ah, yes, Europe.
The home of the whites.
Okay, so it's we're a little skewed.
That'd be a fun thing. White people going back to Europe
Who the fuck told me this?
wearing dashikis. Yeah, it sounds crazy wrong.
That's what I mean. Like, someone said this to me the other day, and I was like, really? That's fucking crazy.
And then you thought you would bring it up here now.
Oh, I'm sorry. The U.S. is the size. You could fit that in the size of the U.S.
Are you telling me that Europe could fit in America? No fucking shit.
We're not that big either.
Yes, we are.
We're not, like, as big as you think we are, though.
True.
Yes, because all the maps that you've been taught are wrong.
You too. You didn't grow up in a fucking academy separate from the rest of the world.
I went to a private school.
Where they had also maps of
No.
America.
We
Being
had
big.
real maps. They were flat.
Would you had the fucking Perry Reese at the private schools? So, you make it sound like you're going in the right direction. You're going to between the government and the church. It's the same thing. Both corrupt.
No, your map is a hunk of shit. My map. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't even know what
I went to a
latitude
I went to a
is.
private school for 3 years. It was dumb.
And you love to flex
You
that.
love to say that, boy. That's it. That shit was fucking dumb. They literally dragged you to church like every Friday, made you do that shit. Have you ever said the rosary?
Have I ever seen it?
Have you ever said it?
No.
Dude, it takes so fucking long.
No.
It's crazy.
I went to a chill church.
Yo, you have to do like, it takes so fucking long. Like, you say the same prayer probably 100 times.
Get pretty good at it.
It just gets repetitive. It's crazy. Like, you just beat the shit. They beat that shit in your fucking brain. It makes you not religious, is what it does.
That's what I'm saying. Here
But
we
then
are
there's-
discovering that Jesus was real, and I didn't even want to believe it.
No, in the Catholic school where they're talking about Jesus, I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Like you sound crazy.
They make it all the bullshit. They highlight the bullshit part.
That's what it is.
Glaze over the good stuff.
That's what it is. If they would just say the good, tell me about Giants. They got that some bullshit story about David and Goliath.
Yeah, any Bible story I liked was like shit like that. Like, oh, cool whale story. Oh, cool giant story. Like,
yeah, I remember they would
the
have
big ones.
They would do like a religious class. That was like a big part of it too. Was like, here's
Sunday
your
school.
no.
Oh,
it was-
no, you're
this
saying
was in the
religion
Catholic
class.
school. Yeah,
Yeah.
We would have. I don't remember ever learning any other subject other than religion there, but it was like the teacher would sit down and she would sit and literally she would just tell a story, and it was like, oh, well, this sounds pretty fucking interesting. I guess there's some moral here, but you could say that about any fucking movie. Like, you do that about anything. It's a story in the end of it, is what you're telling me. And then they would start making like claims about, he was real, he did X, Y, Z, and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. You have to do this, and you go to heaven, and this, and you go to hell, and that, and this, that, and the other. And you're like, yeah, but like, Timmy's brother died of cancer. God's kind of a prick, huh?
That angle, and then I'm sure it works better if you live around like only people that look like you or like have the same religion, I guess, as you.
That's the other thing too.
Like, I knew everyone I knew just did different shit, so it was like sitting in church, you're like, they all go to hell. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of my friends,
Yeah.
like it was just always so like, well, no,
But their religion tells them that we go to hell. So it's like, well, what the fuck do you mean?
and you're just telling me that they're wrong the way that they're telling him I'm wrong.
And then who would have thought 20 years later, 15 years later, you go back and you go, oh.
We're scholars.
Nobody's wrong. It's all just the same religion. It's all the same bullshit.
It's the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
It's the Book of the Dead, baby. Come on, man. That's it.
When are we getting debates?
I don't know. I'm getting pissed off. Let's see it. Let's look it up. The ocean's turning green. People are talking about that.
There's a
When
congressional
are-
hearing today where they're going to talk about aliens, right?
There was something about that, yeah.
And that could be good.
The first presidential debate is set for August 23rd.
Wow.
There's no guarantee Trump will attend. Interesting.
How cool.
He really doesn't have to.
No guarantee I'll attend. I might come through. I'm actually going to another party that night, so
I have something else going on.
I might stop by.
We'll see what's going on.
We'll see how things are going. I've got a couple places to, I'm very popular.
I'd really just want to know if Trump's gonna debate Biden, because what we don't want is Trump debating. Because in the end, Trump, Biden, it's all cool. We really just want RFK. That's what we want.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a fun one, right?
It'd be funny if like the networks, like MSNBC is the left one, right?
Yeah, I think.
So like
CNN's the left, really.
Oh, really?
That's like the big left.
I thought they were the middle-ish left one, and then MSNBC was the lefty left one.
I think you have it flipped.
Oh, okay. Then CNN.
Yeah.
What if they go up? Because at first they're all like, yeah, Biden's not gonna bother debating Trump. He's not gonna, give him that platform or whatever. So then Trump counters with, fine, I won't debate. And then they're like, Then off camera, they're like, be better for ratings.
Yeah, this would actually be really good
if he did. I didn't think he would do that. I thought he needed the no. If Joe can't get out of bed to debate, I'm not leaving Mar-a-Lago.
I'm not leaving Mar-a-Lago. When was this?
Huh?
When did you say this?
You just said he's not going to debate.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, I don't think Biden's debating either.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Apparently, Trump's saying he might not debate. Trump would rip RFK apart.
He wouldn't let him talk, or he'd let him talk one time.
But he can't really talk.
That's what I'm saying. He'd let him talk one time.
We can't even hear him,
and then never again.
Come on, get it out.
He'd bring cough medicine to the debate. He'd offer it to him. He'd offer him a lozenge.
There's a Ricola. Here's a hole. Oh my God.
This guy, he can't stop talking about medical advice. He doesn't sound the most healthy guy to me. Am I wrong?
Am I right or wrong?
This is who we're going to take medical advice from. We've got a perfectly good Italian in Anthony Fauci.
Perfectly good Italian. Everything's good.
And
DeSantis is running.
He called him DeSanctimonious.
Who did?
Trump.
Did it DeSanctimonious?
Done. Done. It's over.
Click clack.
Do you know that from the Vince Carter slam dunk contest from 2000? No. It's the craziest dunk contest ever. He does 3 back-to-back-to-back insane dunks. And Kenny Smith on the last one goes, "It's over. It's over." As Vince Carter's doing this into the camera, he goes, "It's over."
That's funny. That's funny as fuck. Hey, do you want to hear something? Hear something actually upsetting? There's a birth striker. I believe she's in Europe, which is actually crazy. She's actually refusing to have children until climate change is over.
Oh, I saw that. She's ugly though.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
"Hon, climate change isn't what's you doing this isn't why you're not getting laid." Ma'am, you look like a dog.
See, this was my point. It's like I should just fully commit and just call like some Buddhist celibacy. Because right now it's like abstinence for nothing. It's not doing anyone good.
Yes.
That's what she did. She wasn't getting she wasn't getting dick. So she's like, well, I'll tell you why. Like,
I'll tell you what what I've actually been doing for the past 4, 5, 7 years.
Yeah.
Is this. I've actually been protesting against climate change.
That's what I got to do. I'll be like, well, I had 7 unaccounted for years, and now I have 3 years under our Lord and Buddha.
Yes, Lord and Buddha. No, all you do is just the back catalog. It's like taxes. You can only look back so far.
Statute of limitations.
Exactly. Like a murder. Or any other crime.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
That's a good rule.
Statutes of limitations?
Yeah. It's like finders keepers.
No, it is, yeah. It's like, hey, I killed someone, but it's been 20 years.
Yeah, like, you got away with it.
What is the statutes of limitations for murder?
Because they ding people up like 50 years later for shit sometimes, right?
Statute.
Statue with a T at the end. With a second T.
Interesting.
Statute.
Do you get put on a list for looking this up?
No, they got bigger fish to fry. We're law students. Just two scribes.
We're scribe. We're looking things up. Come on, man. Murder has no time limit.
That's what I was saying.
Look at that. Wow.
Because they ding people
Yeah, like
when they're
30
old
years
as
later.
shit. They'll still be like, "You did that shit? Yeah, get
You
in jail."
killed that guy back in 1948.
With Al Capone.
This old man, they got him in cuffs. I mean, at that point, fuck it. Like, what? I'll just be the old guy in jail. No one's going to fuck with me.
Or fuck me.
Or they will fuck you. Hey, old man. No. Bro.
Take them teeths out.
Yeah, take them teeth out. Fuck that face. Ew.
Like Reno.
Take
Oh, they knocked this poor boy's teeth out. They made a mess of him.
They made a mess of him. So you don't want to break the jaw, but you do because you want it to close. But you do beat the heck out of him.
They scrunched the shoulder blades up. Fuck those. I mean, it was
Arson has no time. Battery, 18 months or 3 years. So you can assault someone, get away with it.
so you can beat the hell out of someone.
Burglar-
If you get
this
away
is
with
a good-
it for 3 years, you win.
This is a good one. Burglary, 3 years, 10 years, or no time limit. What's the 3-year one? I would like to know what that charge is. Maybe it's a money amount.
Under 5,000 or something. So you
It'd be
could
crazy
really-
if burglary was just like 3 years. And you just be like, fuck, I'll go on the run for 3 years.
Shit, I'll go to jail for 3 years. Got my money waiting for me on the outside.
If I got 7 million waiting for me. Disorderly conduct, 18 months. Interesting.
Is that what Trump would have been charged for when he grabbed that girl by the pussy?
Disorderly.
Is that what that falls under?
No, that's probably like assault.
Do you think
It's definitely not rape.
No, if another person did it, it'd be assault. I'm saying if Trump did it, do you think?
Oh, from disorderly conduct.
Yeah. Like that's how it shows up on his record. And it's like he grabbed a woman's vagina. He's like, I don't drink. It's like that doesn't help you. It's
Receiving stolen property.
like being an accomplice.
What, like some like you hire somebody to go steal something for you, and then you get the stolen stuff. And now
I don't think it's saying like if you bought it unbeknowing that it was stolen, but if someone told you like, hey, it fell off the back of a truck, and you were like, don't mind if I do.
What's the difference between theft and burglary?
Burglary involves like physical altercation, I believe.
So
Where
so
theft
so-
could just be like
so robbing a bank is burglary.
versus breaking into a bank at night is thievery. I don't know. It's something. I know they're different.
That's interesting because in that case,
Thievius raccoonus.
and yes, because in that case, theft is only 7 years. 7 years.
Wasn't burglary 3?
No, burglary was 3, 10, or no limit. So I mean, if you're going in robbing like Fort Knox, which we all know is empty, we all know there's nothing in Fort Knox.
It's a sham.
It's all bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, get that pizza going.
You're ready already.
You want the pizza? Are you hungry?
Do you want it before we get out there or after?
Get out where?
Start sizing things up out in the yard.
Yard. Out in the yard.
Hey, go yard. Order now, size it up, eat, go out, hit it.
That could be fun.
That work?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I really like that, actually. And I will take a malt, a chocolate malt. You want a malt? You want one? Chocolate? No, let's get wild. We're having fun today. It's a good day. We're having fun.
What's the difference between a malt and a shake?
A malt powder. You like a malted milk ball, like a Whopper?
Yeah, I do.
You do? You'd love a malt. We're getting malts. Fuck it. You never had a malt, huh? Good for you.
Oh, it sounded like a rich man's shake.
It is. It is actually. Wow, look at this. Ron DeSantis. Ronald DeSantis. Shift strategy after trying to out Trump. Trump?
It did feel like that was... Well, I think he was only doing that, though, because Trump wasn't around. Now that Trump's back, it's like, you can't...
Yeah, you can. Come on, what are you going to do?
What do you think?
Yeah. Step aside. DeSantis aside fired.
You know what it is? You can't...
Just sharing videos featuring symbols used by Nazis.
You can't just pretend to be Trump. Trump has been mega rich his entire life. You're never just going to have that level.
You don't have that level of confidence.
It's unattainable as
we were talking about that with like rappers and shit. How like you'll hear of like a verse or like a line where it's like someone's like, yeah, and then I sit on your face or something like. Yeah. I think it was that line where you're like, how do you get to that confidence where you just say that? It's like, I think you just have money
to where nothing touches you.
Yeah.
You have a buffer of money where it's like,
you have fuck you money.
What would I care about what anyone says?
And that's just that. Like that's nothing. Like when you get to a fucking level where you were born with $1 billion and you have that
heir to a New York City
empire.
What do you call it? Not architecture.
Real estate.
Real estate.
Sure, you're gonna fuck shit up. You're gonna bankrupt a couple companies, few casinos.
And no one said you're good at your job. People were just saying that you were
born into it.
Yeah, we're saying you're coming from a fucking pedigree of like not giving a fuck and thinking that your shit doesn't stink. Like, cool that you're the governor of Florida, dude. That's higher than you probably ever thought you'd make it.
Yeah, you thought you'd be.
Trump thinks it's weird that he's not president. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird that he wouldn't get voted again. Like, something must have been broken in the system.
Something is obviously wrong.
Yeah.
If I'm not president,
You're
right now.
overperforming as the governor of Florida. And it's taken everything you have to do it. Trump, on a goof,
became president.
He's like, I didn't like how Obama spoke to me. I didn't like that.
I didn't like how he said that to me at the White House dinner.
It's crazy. Barack Obama sounds
He's dating a man. He's married to a man.
His name's Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, obviously Hussein sounds like Saddam Hussein.
Well,
but then I never realized how much Barack and Iraq.
Barack.
So I mean, Barack Hussein Obama sounds a lot like fucking Iraq Hussein
Obama.
Yeah, still Obama.
Yeah, which bomb in the name. No, listen,
that's insane.
That is insane.
That he'd be the next president after Bush.
Yeah,
he's like the 9/11 guy.
He's the what is he? He's the black guy.
Obama? He's from Hawaii, right? But his parents are from Kenya, and that's why his like birth certificate was like called into question. Wasn't that the thing?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe.
Those were the sound bites I remember. I don't look.
Probably. That makes sense. What did he do, though? What was his big thing?
It was the senator of Illinois for like a minute.
No. What was his big thing as president? What the fuck did he do?
Make it he normalized drone striking schools in the Middle East.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
he got what's his face died?
Trayvon.
Not Trayvon.
I was gonna say, you want my mom's take?
No, yeah, I do want to hear your mom's take. I'll make a clip out of it.
No, well, my mom loves everybody, but She didn't mind him the first go around, I think. I think a lot of people soured on him the second.
Obama was funny as fuck.
The first time around.
Obama was like just like he was just like a natural funny dude. I think just like he was a cool guy.
And you just had to be, you didn't even need to be good, really.
No.
You just need to be not bad.
I feel like I could talk to him.
The second term of Obama was more like the drone strikey stuff and like kids getting shot and like the cops are bad and like that was all that stuff. My mom doesn't like that, like how he handled, like
I got
like how he didn't, like how he like went against the police and stuff.
Interesting. Being a Chicago man.
Obama,
A Chicago man.
I guess.
A Chicago dog, you'd call him. You'd call him that.
I know he ordered a lot of hot dogs for that barbecue. Remember that?
What barbecue?
He ordered like thousands of hot dogs for a barbecue.
Really?
I think it was
That's a barbecue.
No. It was for that like Pizzagate shit.
No.
All the foods were like different things.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. It's fucked up. You think he had something to do with that? Probably.
He's a fucking pawn.
Yeah, he's
I
not.
don't think Obama makes decisions. I think Obama got walked up to and was like, hey, how'd you like to be president?
Yeah.
Or maybe he started running and then halfway
That's probably more it.
where he was like, I think I got a shot at this thing. And then a fucking dude
Was
comes
like,
out of the shadows.
I'll tell you, you don't have a shot.
You know, it's a cool line. The song I always like, it's like I forget the name of it, but it's like it's in like the nice Motown like greatest hits playlist. And he always says, I'm walking in shadows. And I was just think it's a cool line just because of like an anime brain.
Yeah.
And I was just assumed he meant it as like, he's like keeping to himself. He's like, I'm walking. But actually, I was like listening to it the other day. I'm like, oh, he's saying that like nobody sees him. Like wherever he goes is walking in shadows. Like he's just like one of those people, like no one sees him. He's like
Interesting.
Fucking.
Just a ghost. Interesting.
You said
And
shadow.
to think those are the people running the country. Because that is interesting. Because it probably is like, they do run, they do work their way up. I mean, I'm sure at some point if you're going to like a law school or something, you get, or whatever school you go into, I'm sure you get your kind of clique, and then that goes back to some secret society or some fucking think tank or something that everybody's on the same page. And then you probably do work your way up the, like, oh, you're senator here, you do XYZ, you do this, you worked at this company, and now you're running for president.
Yeah, the beginning of running for president was probably him and a little crew being like, wow,
we're really getting through this.
Yeah. And then,
yeah, like once you get to a certain level, it's like, hey, do you actually, what you're going to do is.
we were interested in making a large donation.
Yeah, that's probably actually what it is.
And then if you were to do us a favor in the future.
Yeah.
You want me to order it now?
Yeah. That's crazy. Then again, the people doing that are just like the bankers and the Rockefellers and all these people. And it's like, they just make the money. They have unlimited money. So it's like, hey, we'll just make sure you win. Like, it doesn't matter. Like we know how all of that works. Like, it doesn't matter. You
and then
win.
They can literally be like, oh, and if you didn't want to work with us, like, as easily as we can make you win, we'll make you lose.
Yeah, like we'll just ask the next guy.
It's not like we leave.
There'll be a comeback of the century, brother.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it doesn't matter. None of it. And that's why, like, it's so crazy when people are so like, oh, my fucking guy is in the fucking office. The Democrats, the fucking Republicans.
I get angry at everything.
The fucking Republican, the Democrats.
I can't believe how angry people get at that.
It's absurd to me. You watch people argue, and it's like,
I think people should get madder about other things. That I'm like, that wasn't weird to you? You didn't I know I'm wrong and I should be chiller, but I'm inclined to be angry about things. And that one's like, no, why the fuck would I get angry about that shit?
Yeah, like, it's not real. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's real to a certain.
It's pageantry.
Yeah, it's a reality TV show. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like you're gonna live the same no matter what. Like, you're gonna realize that the economy, the fucking interest rates, and everything, they all just go. They just follow the same fucking flow of, like, no matter what. Like it's bad now. It's gonna be it's going to be good in a year or 2 years. Interest rates now are 7%. They'll probably be fucking 2% in 2 years. And it's like everybody will just refinance and everybody's happy again for 3 years. And then we hit the shitter again.
My favorite thing about, like, because you said everything's the same, president to president, doesn't really change shit. It's like, people would argue with you and say that when Trump was in office, he, like, normalized hate and all that shit. And it's like, no. People got fucking mad. The same way you guys are mad about shit, other people are mad about shit. Like, it's a polarizing issue. That's why you're so amped up about something. Because they're equally amped up. Like,
yeah. That's why you're mad. It's like, if you could just remove yourself and be like, oh, yeah, he's just funny. Like, he says some fucked up shit. And, like, yeah, that might hurt a certain group of people. But it's like, he's not making changes that do hurt your community. Like, that doesn't do anything. It's the fucking people that either puppet him around or it's the people that are in office for your fucking community. It's a fucking state level issue. Like, regardless, or either that or it's a funding issue or it's, I don't know. Shit's fucking broken. And the only way to fix it is to get rid of everything and to fucking redo it all. But no one's going to want to do that.
no. And
It's too much it's too much work to do that.
The thing with Trump I always said too was like, all right, so like he told you the thing he's doing that you don't like. Isn't that still better than the guy that tells you a good thing that he's planning on doing that he never gets around to do while he still does all those same bad things? Like, Trump's just telling you he's,
you know what,
putting kids in cages.
Yeah.
Like,
he does say some fucked up shit. He does say some stuff where it's
he's a dickhead.
Yeah, he's a prick. But I gained a lot of respect.
That's different from being evil.
I gained some respect when in those debates when he was talking to Jeb, I think, and like
he boxed his ass.
People
up.
started booing, and he was like, "Those are the donors." I tried to get, and then people boo again. He's like, "It's whatever. It's what it is. It's what it is.
It's the truth."
He's like, "We tried to get tickets. We couldn't get tickets because they went to the donors. I don't have donors."
Do you know? I like when he does the lean. Do you know that when the tickets go on sale, they go on sale to the donors first? It's true.
It's crazy. No, it's fucked up. But I don't know. What are you gonna do?
What? Was I doing something?
I said, what are you gonna do?
Oh, just in general.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What's your plan, man? What's your 5-year plan? I want to hear it right now.
Fucking keep taking painkillers.
I like it. I'm happy.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
No, I felt good for 5 seconds yesterday working out, and I took it too far. And
it's too much. Well, that's it. That's it for this week, fuckers. Hey, we had fun. You have fun? How about that? Pretty goddamn
better
good.
than expected.
Better than expected. We got loose. Maybe the beer helped. Maybe you drink next time.
Are you gonna be okay to drive home?
I'll be okay. We're driving to get pizza. We're the size of the backyard, get pizza. We're gonna have fun. But you fuckers take care. We're gonna have cameras. We're gonna have 2 extra cameras, so we're gonna sample out some multi-cam shit. Maybe the clips will probably look a little better. And then we're really gonna get into this prep thing. So I think, we're gonna start bringing different topics and different stuff, and we're gonna actually make a show out of this and not just fuck around. We're really just finding our voices at this point. And
it takes lots of people, like hundreds of episodes to get it going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look at Rogan; he's at 6,000, or whatever the fuck it is. Not really, but
At least.
whatever it is. But hey, stick around. It's gonna be a party. We're riding the waves, baby. We ain't gonna stop doing this shit. That's how it is. That's how it works.
We're not going to work.
We're not working. That's what it is. And if we do work, it's gonna be our own place. I'm fucking owning the bills now. We're owning the building.
And we'll still be doing this.
Yeah. until this takes over that.
Like, why don't you rent out this room? Because it's the studio.
Because it's a studio, mom. All right. Well, you fuckers take care. Till next week.
Yes.